Well, good evening, everyone. It's Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this February the 4th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather. Cut the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we'll be taking a look at the storm system here moving across the country, and also we're going to take a look at your local forecast, included probabilities of a little bit of winter precipitation across South Carolina, mainly around the I-20 corridor northbound. We'll talk about that in tonight's video, your local forecast, current watch and warning advisory map, and also take a look at the severe weather perspective of the video. I'm not expecting any, so we'll take a look at that as well. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we got one storm system here moving across the mid-Atlantic down into the northern Gulf. This activity will continue to pivot off to the east and northeast. We got a little system here trying to get its act together right over a portion of Kentucky and Tennessee up toward West Virginia. That will continue to kind of slowly dive on off to the south and east. And there may produce some snow showers or snow flurries across the portions of South Carolina into North Carolina. Maybe a little bit of sleet, mixed precipitation as well, as that system kind of moves across the area on your Thursday. So later tonight and into Thursday morning, maybe even Thursday afternoon. Could not rule out a little bit of rain mixed with sleet, mixed with some snow showers. Not expecting too much in the way of accumulation. Could accumulate a little bit on the grassy surfaces, maybe cars or something like that. Otherwise, not expecting too much like this past event we had, but there's a possibility we could still see some winter precipitation before we start to transition into a little bit more of a warmer pattern coming up. But then we're looking at another system coming around mid-month that could bring more winter precipitation to the eastern U.S. up toward the mid-Atlantic. We'll continue to monitor that and see what happens. Alrighty, that's one system here out of the way. We got one system here moving across the Baja region of California and also into areas of Mexico. Got another system here training across the areas like an atmospheric river, moving into Washington State, southwestern Canada, over toward North Dakota, Minnesota, also down towards areas of Nebraska, Montana, Idaho, and all this activity is kind of diving off to the south and east. And would not be surprised to see some more moisture could be coming in toward the weekend, so we'll continue to monitor that. I do expect the storm system here this weekend, maybe around Sunday, could affect North Carolina northbound into Maine, depending on how far south it gets. Could produce a few showers across the Carolinas Sunday, but right now I'm going with a dry forecast, but we'll continue to monitor that system and see how it plays out. Alright, now let's move on into the local forecast now, and we're going to take a look at your Thursday forecast. Alright, here it is here. We got snow showers up here across Minnesota, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan, Wisconsin to Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and also portion of southeast Canada. Freezing rain over southeast portion of North Carolina. You can see that mixed precipitation pretty much from Columbia, South Carolina, over toward the northeastern portion of the state, over toward Florence, Darlington, toward Wilmington. You may get a little bit of mixed freezing rain in your area. Mixed precipitation up toward Raleigh, over toward the Outer Banks. Shower activity from the coastal waters down toward Florida Keys, and also the eastern Gulf. Also a little bit across the eastern Carolinas as well. Shower activity also over here in Southern California. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on into your Friday forecast now, and it should roll out something like this here. Okay, you can see we got some shower activity over here in western Washington and northwestern Oregon states, also southern California. Also got mixed precipitation also in Washington state as well, straight into Nevada, California, Arizona, and also portions of a little bit here in Utah. We got more mixed precipitation also up here in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, stretching southeast Virginia. Snow flying from western North Carolina to Tennessee, up toward Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, over toward West Virginia, all the way up into Maine, also toward Rhode Island, D.C., Delaware, and the coastal water. A little bit of heavy snow over portion of West Virginia also. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. And it should roll out something like this here. Alright, we got some air quality alerts over here in portion of Idaho, Oregon State. We've got a few special weather statements there as well in portion of Oregon, and also Oregon and Washington State. I also got more air quality alerts in portions of western Oregon. Dense fog advisory still continue over California. Wind advisory with Southern California. One county there in Arizona with the air quality alert. Special weather statements in portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, and west portions of Virginia. Freeze warning continues down here across. Freeze watch, excuse me, for portions of southern Georgia, northern portion of Florida. Got wind cold weather advisory for portion of Panhandle, Florida, southern Alabama, southeast Louisiana, southern Mississippi. Winter weather advisories up here in portion of North Carolina, southern Virginia. Winter storm warnings, watches, in effect for portion of West Virginia and also into Pennsylvania. Smoke crack advisory, gale warning up here a little bit in Maine, also around the Boston area down toward the Outer Banks, South Carolina coast, southern South Carolina, east coast of Florida, west coast of Florida, southern Texas, southern California, northern California to Oregon and Washington State. Also around the Alaska region as well, got some winter weather advisory inland and also some special weather statements to the north. Hawaii and Chain Island, we got some flood watches and coastal flood statements and also some smoke crack advisory as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather. Not expecting none over the next 2 days. Everything looks quiet, so general thunderstorms are compressed at this time, so it looks pretty quiet. Alright, here's a look at the probabilities for possibility of 0.1 of snowfall or more. The lower you go, further south you go, the less it will be. You can see we got about 5% around Sumter, 2 around Camden, 4 around Florence, 2 around Aner. A little bit higher up toward Bennettsville, 17% up here around Lancaster, 30%, 31 around Wadesboro, North Carolina, 33 around Spartanburg, 10% around Greenville, 3% around Anderson, 9% around Newberry, and 33% around Greenwood. Like I said, Columbia, you're not included, but you would not be surprised to see a few snowflakes maybe flying in Columbia and Lexington counties as well, and also Richland County, which is Columbia, South Carolina included. And then south of there, probably nothing much. Maybe could be a few sleet pellets possible to the south of I-20, but mainly to the north and northeastern portion of the forecast area. That could be where we could see a little bit of snow accumulate, and also maybe a little bit of mixed precipitation as well. Depends on how everything sets up. If the moisture is going to be still around, there's going to be just spotty moisture. But if you do get under one of these little snow showers, it could accumulate maybe a dusting to maybe up to a ½ inch if possible. So we'll continue to monitor this here and see what happens tomorrow. But here's your latest forecast. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. We'll get you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.